Hello and welcome to the first part of the AwesomeNet tutorial series. My name is Max, I'm the developer and publisher of AwesomeNet. In this tutorial series I will teach you what AwesomeNet is and how it will help you to implement a multiplayer game, how to download, install and set up the AwesomeNet server software, how to integrate the AwesomeNet client into your Unity game, and how to perform network actions in your game. So let's jump directly in and start with the first part. What is AwesomeNet? AwesomeNet is a multiplayer and matchmaking stack that you can implement into your Unity game. It enables you as a developer to provide your players with a matchmaking server you are hosting that their game client automatically connects to. This way, players do not need to mess around with setting up servers, opening ports or tossing around IP addresses. For the players, it's as simple as creating a game room in-game where other players can join. It's also pretty easy for you as a developer to implement all of this, as setting up the AwesomeNet server isn't much more complicated than, let's say, setting up a Minecraft server. So, how does AwesomeNet work? Let's first talk about matchmaking. You host the AwesomeNet server software on your local server or your PC. The IP or hostname of the server is known by all clients of your game, so they can automatically connect to the matchmaking server. Once connected, the player has a bunch of possibilities. He can create a game room on a certain map and advertise it for others to join. He can join a game room advertised by others, or he can start an offline game. If the player creates a game, the matchmaking server automatically creates a game server specific for the game room and provides the game client and other clients that want to join with the IP address and port. Once connected to a game server, the server relays every message received to all connected clients, so the clients can decide themselves if they want to execute a command or not. Don't worry, this can all be easily configured inside an inspector UI. Now that we're connected to the game server, let's talk about multiplayer gaming. The game object can receive network commands if it has a certain script attached to it. In this script, you need to select which method of a certain attached script you want to be called by the server. The script assigns every game object and every function a unique ID so that the server can identify them. Now you just need to change the execution of your function from the local execution to the networked execution, and that's it. The function will be executed on every client that is connected and that has a game object with the same ID. Before we finish up the first part, let's talk about what games you can use AwesomeNet for and why it isn't made for every type of game. AwesomeNet is focused more on stability than on real-time and transmission speed. Don't worry, all synchronized actions still happen nearly instantaneously on every client, but there are two ways you can implement a multiplayer game. In a first-person shooter, for example, you need a constant stream of the coordinates of every player, so every position of every character is constantly known by every game client. If a package drops, it doesn't matter that much, because if the next package with new player coordinates is received by the client, the players just move a little bit further at once. Although, in a turn-based strategy game, this behavior would be unacceptable. Imagine a player selecting an attack he wants to use on a nearby enemy. 3 clients receive the package, and the player attacks. A 4th client doesn't receive the package, and on his side nothing happens and his client is out of sync with every other game. For this reason, AwesomeNet doesn't use a continuous stream of data, but a stream with packages that will be sent to a client as long as it reports back that he has received the package. This way, even if a package drops, it will be resent shortly after to make sure all games are constantly in the same state. As for this fact, AwesomeNet is made for games that are more focused on steps and actions and doesn't require constant streams of, for example, the position of a game object. If you want to develop a FPS or an MMORPG or a racing game, AwesomeNet isn't the right tool for you. But if you want to develop a RTS, a turn-based strategy game, an adventure or any other game that needs exact transmission that isn't allowed to be lost, then AwesomeNet is exactly what you are searching for. If you are unsure if AwesomeNet will work for your game, leave a comment or write an email at support@xeetsh. So thank you for watching this first part of the AwesomeNet tutorial series. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments or write an email to support@xeetsh.